Yes.
conversation. Mm-mm.
Okay. I will do anything in this test. Okay. So first of all, let me first introduce myself. But I
Mm-mm.
think you just don't need to introduce yourself because it's already stated there. Okay. So
Yeah.
my name is Teacher Vincent, and I will be your teacher for today. And
Mm.
it looks like your name is Sunny, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Sunny, let us just get started with our lesson. Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right. So, first of all, let me
Mm-mm.
ask you your preference. Am I speaking too fast?
No, it is okay. It is in
It's okay.
moderate.
Thank you for that. And also about your feedback, I'm going to correct you right away. So first, do you have your material? I think your
Yes.
last topic was about cleaner air. So
Mm.
it's your choice. What are we going to discuss right away?
If you don't mind, I want to talk about the clean air again.
The cleaner air again. That was that was also my topic just a moment ago with my other students.
Mm.
Okay, so let me just have here the material. I will just paste it. Okay, hold on a
Mm-mm.
moment.
Mm-mm.
Okay, I will just capture the window.
Mm-mm.
Hold on. Okay, what's happening? But do you have your material there?
Yes, I already have it, so you don't need to share for me.
Okay, it's all right. All right.
Mm-mm.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Now let's get started about this topic. Okay,
Mm-mm.
cleaner air. But first of all, I want you to read the paragraphs below. Okay, let
Mm-mm.
us start. Scientists, go.
Oh, sorry. Do we have to read this article because I already read it with another teacher? Ah, hello?
To read it. Oh well, okay, it's all right. All
Uh-uh.
right. So let me just explain to you this deeply. Okay. So, but first, I have some questions. Okay, and I want you to answer this clearly. Now, in this paragraph,
Mm-mm.
uh, it was mentioned about the fossil fuels, right? Do you have any idea what is fossil fuels?
Fossil fears. Um, it is I think that it is came from the bus or the factory.
Okay, it came from factories,
Bus
buses.
or bus or car.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
and yes, buses, cars, factories, but usually
Mm-mm.
they are normal gases,
Mm-mm.
normal fuels like petrol gases, diesel gases. But when we say fossil fuels,
Mm-mm.
these are the gas,
Mm-mm.
coal, and oil, okay, that were formed underground. Okay,
Mm. Mm.
this was formed underground from plant and
Mm-mm.
animals.
Mm.
Okay, the remains of plants and animals, those things
Mm-mm.
that were decayed already. Okay, those
Mm-mm.
things that were dead already. So that is what we call fossil fuels. Okay,
Mm.
so can you give me a sentence using the the words fossil fuels?
Uh, or if you don't mind, I want to just discuss about some questions together instead of hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I think that your voice and the video is not doesn't match. So, oh, right now it is okay.
Yes. Okay.
So
So
I don't want to make my own sentence. Instead of this, I just want to talk about or discuss about these articles together.
okay.
Mm-mm.
So you mean we will just have some chit chats about these articles, okay?
Yeah, yeah, it
So
is right. Mm-mm.
that is what we meant by fossil fuels. Do you understand now what is a fossil fuel?
Yes.
Okay, very nice. So I will just read all over again the sentence, okay? Hold on, okay? So it says that scientists have recorded drops in air pollution and increased animal activity that
Mm-mm.
caused by the coronavirus pandemic. Here we have mentioned about coronavirus pandemic, okay?
Mm-mm. Yes.
It's okay if I'm going to ask you again.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So about the coronavirus pandemic, okay, what do you think about the pollution that caused by this pandemic? Is it severe? Is it harmful? Or it's
Um.
just okay?
Oh, sorry. What was your question?
What do you think about the pollution
A
caused by the
pollution.
coronavirus pandemic?
I think that the pollution is there a pollution because of the coronavirus? Because
It's still a pollution.
article, this article say that it decreased the pollution, the rate of
Yes,
the pollution decreased.
that's it.
Yeah,
That's what
because
I'm
of the
looking.
coronavirus. Mm-mm.
Yes, because of the coronavirus, there are less people roaming
Mm-mm.
around, and some other factories is being shut down. That's why
Yes.
less fuels, right? Less pollutions. Yes, and I think our world is recovering from
Mm-mm.
the global warming, the the what do we call this one above? The
Yeah.
ozone layer.
Ozone
Yes,
layer. I think
yes.
that the China was one of the big factors to apply to the pollution of the world. But these
Oh,
days, because of the coronavirus, many factories was shut down in China. So, in
yes.
especially in Korea, we couldn't get any experience about the yellow dust or fine dust nowadays.
Mhm.
Mm-mm. So I think the coronavirus affects a lot to decreasing of air pollution.
Yes. It has many advantages because of
Mm-mm.
this pandemic, as well as there are also some disadvantages. Okay, so
Mm-mm.
you mentioned one of the advantages
Mm-mm.
caused by this pandemic
Mm-mm.
is uh, the decrease of the pollution.
Mm-mm.
Okay, and also what else? Can you cite more? What are the advantages caused by this pandemic?
Mm. Also, it can give some freedom to animal. Like this article say that the many animals can go outside in the street in the road because there were no people in the street or
Yes,
yes.
that's it.
Mm-mm.
In some other news, I also heard about those animals roaming outside
Mm-mm.
on the roads, on the streets, and
Mm-mm.
it's unbelievable because we
Mm-mm.
have only saw those animals on safaris, right? On
Mm-mm.
farms, on wild places. Okay,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
well, it's just surprising to see those animals roaming on the streets. Okay, all
Mm-mm.
right. So those are some advantages. But what about disadvantages caused by this pandemic?
Mm. The first one is um the stressful. Many people get
Mm,
stressed from this situation because they have to stay their house and they even couldn't go outside. Like mm, on a specific date, they were able to go some store or the supermarket. So they get a lot of
yes.
stress. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
And
Yes.
also
When they are stressed.
mm-mm. And also economic how can I say, the rate of the economic decrease. Our
Yes.
economic are dying because since
Economic.
people
Not really. There
is
are some
alarming.
factories that are still in operation, right?
Mm. But I heard
And
that
some other.
in
Yes.
USA, like economics are is very alarming in there because they don't want to use, they couldn't use their money to buy something. Mm.
Oh,
And most of most of the people lost their job.
yes. That's
Mm-mm.
true. Me also, I lost my job last 2 months ago. But
Mm.
thankfully, I am here teaching English to my students and as well in this company. So
Mm-mm.
those are some disadvantages. And
Mm-mm.
as well as your mentality, okay?
Mm-mm.
But I think we can recover from that
Mm-mm.
by the use of technologies such as using social medias so that you can still connected with
Mm-mm.
your friends, with your families that
Mm-mm.
were being locked down by the other countries, right?
Mm-mm.
So through this, we can still socialize, right? So that we can lessen our stress in life. You know what?
Mm-mm.
We are already in the midst of pandemic, and here we are. We're just staying at home and doing nothing. But I think this is also the time to reflect on ourselves, on what to do, on what to have, and on what to offer, to provide to the other people, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, Sunny, let me ask you,
Mm-mm.
what are you doing during this pandemic?
I just study in my house and also I have a part-time job. So
Yes.
I go to my workplace and just
Mm-hmm.
doing work because in Korea we are not that affected by the coronavirus these days. We are returning to normal step by
Oh,
step.
better.
So yeah, when it comes to the
That's great.
cafe and the restaurant, we didn't get any affected anymore. Mm-mm.
Oh, that's great. Here in our here in our country, we're still suffering. Yes,
Yes, I
because
heard that.
we cannot control the spread of the virus. Some people are still what do we call this one? Are not They are not following the protocols. Yes,
Mm,
and that is sad about the citizens here in our country. Okay,
mm-mm,
but I think if we do really love ourselves and we really love our country and the people around us, we should follow what the government says to do. Okay,
mm-mm,
and in this pandemic, we should be united and
mm-hmm,
help each other so
mm-mm,
that we can uh, surpass this dilemma in our life. I'm very sad for those people who have died fighting for this virus, and I think in your country there are just a small amount of people who died because of this virus,
mm.
right?
Yeah, these days,
Yes, but
the just mm-mm,
if the infection still going on there in our country,
Yeah, in my country, infection is still going on because 1 week ago, there was a
Oh,
person who got infected in Seoul,
oh,
which is the capital in Korea. So because of
oh, my
him,
goodness.
over 50 people also got infected from the coronavirus. So,
So you mean
mm-mm.
you there's a second wave of this
S-
pandemic in your country?
Second way.
Yes, second wave. Do you understand that word?
Yeah, yes, but I don't think so. We can call second waves because mm, it happens like since we are suffering from the coronavirus from all around the world. Mm, I think this infection is kind of normal. So
Okay.
I don't think so. It is the second wave. I think
As
that the
long as
second
you
wave would be if there are people who got infected over 500 people more, then I think that it could be second wave, but only
mhm
50%. So
50%
yeah,
who got
so
infected, and they are recovering, right?
yeah, they're recovering, and so it
Okay,
might be okay. Mm-mm.
all right. So as long as you follow the protocols like social distancing
Mm-mm.
and you wear masks and wash your hands thoroughly, I think you will be safe. Okay, just
Mm-mm.
follow those protocols. Okay, all
Mm-hmm.
right. So in our topic here, the cleaner air, it says also that uh, it this is more about pollutions, right?
Mm-mm.
And animals are taking advantage of limited human activity, and they have started roaming empty streets and waterways. This was what we are talking about. The animals were roaming around the streets, and I heard a lot of news about these animals,
Mm-mm.
wild animals, shall I say, wild animals. Okay,
Mm.
so I think this has a great impact on our pollution. Okay, and these situations, as I've said, it has an advantage and disadvantages. Okay, but what struck me most is the the feelings of uh, the people around us. May I ask you, Sonny, how do you feel right now in the midst of this pandemic?
I feel of course not good since I'm a job seeker. I need to get the job
Oh,
hiring promotion, but there was no job hiring anymore because of the coronavirus. So I
so you're
feel
saying that
very sad.
your job is also affected.
I'm a job seeker.
Are you still looking for a job?
Yeah, I'm looking for a
Okay,
job
but it's too hard to look for a job at this
these
moment
days.
because of the pandemic, right?
Yes.
Or maybe
Mm,
you can look job. You can look for a job through internet. Yes,
through
there are
internet.
many offers.
Oh
There are many
no, there are
companies
not
offering.
many. There are not many
In your
company.
country?
Yeah, we don't have. Or if I want to get a job through the internet, then I should. Um, I need to ability, or I need to get qualification about knowing some knowledge or specific knowledge. But
Yes.
yes, so it'll be very difficult. Only certain job can do work through the online. For
Yes,
example,
I think
teacher.
mm, that's
Mm-mm.
me.
Yes.
Yes, I think when you work online, I think it's very efficient nowadays because of this
Mm-mm.
pandemic. You
Mm-mm.
can work from home. Being a freelancer, I'm a freelance teacher, and I do teaching on 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 some students like Korean, like
Mm-mm.
Chinese,
Mm-mm.
and also some Japanese students. And I think
Mm-mm.
this is a very good time
Mm-mm.
to have this job because of
Mm-mm.
this pandemic. Okay, so you can
Mm.
just work at home. I think this
Yeah.
is
I heard that
this
some people get benefits from this coronavirus because when it comes to meet the English teacher, they have to wake up early in the morning and get out of their house before 5 a.m.
that's it.
So they don't
That's what
have,
I'm doing right now.
yeah, well, so they don't have enough time to spend their time with their family, with their daughter or son. But right now, they can spend very good time at their house.
You have the
Mm-mm.
point. Yes, and it's very good thing to have this work because you
Mm-mm.
can be with your family,
Mm-mm.
be with your friends here at your community, okay?
Mm-mm.
And you just uh, but I'm still hoping that this pandemic will be over because
Mm-mm.
I really miss the outside world. I want to
Mm-mm.
travel.
Mm-mm.
How about you? Do you want to travel after this pandemic? What
Yeah,
are you
of
going to do?
course. After, if I can get a job, and there are certain period that I'm waiting for to join in. So during that period, I really want to go to another country for traveling with my family or with my friend.
Yes,
Mm-mm.
okay. Because it's kind of boring if you are only staying at home.
Mm.
Yes, you need to travel. I think that one of the best way to get rid of this stressful
Mm-mm.
mind is to travel, right?
Mm. Yeah,
That's why
I
we
also agree
are
that it is a great stress reliever.
yes. That's why
Mm-mm.
uh, we are we are trying to pray that this pandemic will be over. Maybe
Mm-mm.
tomorrow, maybe in the last week or next month.
Mm-mm.
But the study shows that this pandemic will be over uh, for a for a year.
Oh,
Yes,
that's too
but
bad.
that's only a study
Mm-mm.
because at as what we have seen
Mm-mm.
in the past years,
Mm-hmm.
uh, in the history of pandemics,
Mm-mm.
it lasts 1 to 3 years.
Mm.
Have you noticed that? Do you know that?
Mm. Nope.
It lasts about 1 to 3 years.
Mm-mm.
Yes. Uh, the last pandemic was the Spanish flu,
Mm.
and it started on in 1918, and it lasted about a year.
Mm.
And the other pandemics, like the Dark Ages, lasted about uh, 10 years.
Mm.
Yes. So the key here to get rid of this pandemic is to unite each other,
Mm-mm.
follow the protocols, stay at home, maintain social distancing,
Mm-hmm.
and everything will be good. We can beat this pandemic, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I'm
So,
really sorry interrupt you, but I have to go right now for my
oh,
workplace.
ah, you
Okay,
have
I
a
have
work
a,
right now. It's all
yeah.
right. I understand. Okay.
Thank
So,
you. Have a
do
great
you
day.
have to? I still have something to say, but I think I will just leave it on your feedback, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
I think you had to go now. Thank you very much, Sunny.
Bye bye.
All